Happy. Okay, I am back. Let's see if it works. Let's see if it works for me. Hopefully it works better now. Let me wait for you guys to join again. For those of you guys that just literally lost me now, I am back again and I am still on Pastor Tobi Adeboyega's interview with BBC, and we currently have a lot of stuff to say on the first segment of that interview, and then I'm just reviewing the second interview he had with Daddy Freeze of Nigeria. Daddy Freeze is trying to clean the image of Pastor Tobi for him. Daddy Freeze that normally bring other pastors and wash them out and tell us how those pastors were defrauding people. So we are back again. Hopefully the network is better now. Hopefully. If we get it right, I will be able to analyze the video and you will hear him right and direct. For those of you guys that left, we have 100 people before, and now we have 6 people, but I believe they will join us again. So we're going to start doing the right thing. The network was very, very bad. Even though from my own side, it was better, but I couldn't enjoy the experience that people were complaining on the comment section that the network was really, really bad. So I have to cut off and come back again. Now, on the first part, if you're just joining us, we talk about the BBC interview, which I consider to be a disaster. We review it together, and I believe that many people that watch that interview will tell us, will confirm that Pastor Tobi did very bad. And the audacity to be going about and be celebrated as a victory is quite shocking to me. I think is the height of delusional this guy is operating on. And one of the things that makes me very sad about it is that the Freeze trying as much as possible to make this abnormality normal in the face of Nigerians. That the Freeze of all people, the man that created a whole career criticizing pastors that are defrauding Nigerians. But when it comes to his own best friend, he's not seeing anything wrong. In short, Pastor Tobi tweeted last week that Nigerians should support him because Pastor Tobi, Daddy Freeze tweeted last week that Nigerians should support Pastor Tobi because Pastor Tobi do give away to Nigeria. You see, in the UK, you can't do giveaway to buy my conscience. It's literally impossible. Your giveaway is not possible. Nobody do giveaway in the UK. We don't do giveaway here. Nobody do giveaway. So if you don't have anything to offer, nobody will come and follow you. In short, the average UK people will not click like on your page or on your story if they don't genuinely like it. There's no pity like. Nigeria is a lot of pity likes, pity followers, pity all this. We don't do that kind of thing. I don't expect you to like what I am saying if you genuinely don't like it. I don't expect you to like it. Because what are you trying to endorse? Because if you like it, just because you want to please me and you genuinely don't like it, you are giving other people that may be watching that video later a different impression. Because in this country, if on the internet, let me say it, if you like my video, your potential friends will see that you like it. So you are endorsing. That like you see is a very powerful tool on social media. It's like you are endorsing what you see. You are endorsing what you see. You are recommending what you see to other people. So if you don't like something, don't let me buy you to like it. Don't let me give you money. Don't let me give you giveaway to like it. Genuinely don't like it. Don't recommend it to the next person. That is why when I started my blogging, I do not dwell myself on liking. If I have one person on the platform, I will still speak the same eloquently, intelligently, and cover the story I need to cover. Now, let us go back to the video again. This video is Daddy Freeze interviewing Pastor Tobi after the BBC published the interview, the disaster interview, the train crash interview that Tobi had with BBC UK.
Told my team, I go. So they came to the service before I was there, They saw how things work themselves. I don't want Sunday services anymore. I've done that for 19 years. It's not what I do now anymore. I always do this. So I want to.
If you think Toby is not watching me, you guys are out of touch. I am one of the bloggers in the UK that is on his neck when it comes to this case. His videos on my TikTok is 250,000 view, 100,000 view. So he see me. Daddy Freeze knows me. Daddy Freeze watched me. Daddy Freeze have sent people to my page. The other day I was broadcasting when this news broke out. Daddy Freeze was live. He left live to come and stay here. And sent Dr. Kemi. And Dr. Kemi came over. Wonderful woman. I like Dr. Kemi was like, this story is fake. I say, no, Dr. Kemi is not fake. Dr. Kemi came live here with us. Journalist Dr. Kemi. She joined us. That somebody tagged her. I say, ma, this is not a fake story. We have verified it. It's reality. Because Daddy Freeze was trying to spin it. But it wasn't working. So if you think Toby don't watch us, you guys don't know. They watch us. Because we are critical. When we analyze this video now, he knows Mr. Ben have told him this is a train crash interview. This is a train crash interview. He should not have done it. He's not prepared. He should keep his mouth quiet. But he went anyway. Now, he's saying now that he's no longer running a church. How many of you know that for the last 4 days, every broadcast I do, I tag Pastor Toby and I ask him to tell us where his church service is. Now he says he's no longer running church. He run church because there was a Sunday service last week. He even made a video about it. In short, he said it now that the people, the BBC came to his church. They came to the service. Now, you are saying you no longer run service. You are now raising leaders. That you stopped it. You've done it for 19 years. When did you stop running church? It's because we've been asking them to publish their church address. We've been telling them, Pastor Toby, publish your church address. Publish your meeting venue. We want to come down there. We want to come over there. We want to come and see your service. Not that you will invite people on WhatsApp group and they'll cook food for them and they all dress nicely for Instagram pictures and then you say it's a church. I can have the video. He ran church last weekend. He said today is Sunday service. He said it. Now he said I don't run church anymore because we are on him. He must publish his church venue so that public member of the public can come there. Journalists can come and ask questions. This is the UK. In Nigeria, nobody dare ask Oyedepo question. Nobody dare ask Adiboye question. Nobody dare ask Ibiomi questions. Come to the UK. We will ask you questions. We will challenge you. We will ask you your story, your cock and bull story you are telling your members in Nigeria. If I see Apostle Suleiman, whether in Canada, whether in the UK, I must ask him to explain to me how he told somebody in Germany to enter toilet and appear in France. I will ask him, I say, man, you are lying. How did you say you tell somebody to enter toilet in Germany and pass immigration and enter toilet and appear in France? Explain to me. We are not that kind of people. We will ask questions. Just imagine Apostle Suleiman say that and the next service, he has 5,000 people in the congregation. That don't make no sense. The other day, Adiboye came out and said that he's the one that prayed that the naira should not go to 10,000. How? The other time he prayed that he was in Colorado in the United States of America. Colorado is the coldest state in the US. And you asked the snow to stop for 7 days. And the snow did not come down for 7 days. Who recorded it? Nobody is asking questions. They come on the pulpit, they tell Nigerians all sorts of bullshit, and you guys take it. So when the government come, government tell you all sorts of bullshit. When the police come, police tell you all sorts of bullshit. And the journalists will just, they just laugh and move on. Last week, Pastor Adeboye came on the altar and said, somebody arrested one of his church pastor in abroad. He didn't name the country. In abroad. Why did they arrest the pastor? He said the pastor said, ladies and gentlemen. The pastor said, ladies and gentlemen. And somebody who is not a lady, who don't identify as a lady, call police for the pastor. So they arrest the pastor. You and I know this is impossible. This is fiction. This is zero chance. It cannot happen in Canada. It cannot happen in America. It cannot happen in Dubai. It cannot happen in the UK. That somebody address the congregation, ladies and gentlemen, and the police will come and arrest you and take you to jail. It is impossible. But Adeboye said it to 100,000 people. And nobody can challenge it. They just swallow it. Now, we're going to come back to Pastor Adeboye. I'm just giving you a context of the mentality of our people that this guy trying to buy. We don't agree. We ask questions. So before you give interview, we will analyze it. So Daddy Freeze package this interview. Let us listen to it, ladies and gentlemen.
To be a channel for mirror, and we spoke candidly for mirror. And if anybody intelligent is watching tonight, and I think most people watching are intelligent.
And the insult is so annoying. If anybody intelligent is watching, so because we are not looking at it in his own mirror, we are not intelligent. This is the level of delusionality of this guy. This is crazy. This is myopic.
Maybe biased, but at least intelligent. And would know that BBC is not going to be biased for me to gain what. So they will do another interview. There is a 5-minute video separating. And even in that 5 minutes, they know that they met a young black leader. They understand. And the promise that
and the most annoying part is this. He said he is a young black leader. I don't know who he is leading. And he said that 5 minutes, they just caught you that 5 minutes. Just imagine if you see that kind of disgrace from that 5 minutes. Because the reason why he's so pissed off now and he's jumping from pole to cutter now, trying to do more interview, damage control, is because that 5 minutes destroy him. This 5 minutes we just watch now literally eliminate every doubt in anybody's mind that this guy is completely ignoramus. First of all, he called himself a boy at the age of 25. He came to the UK as a boy. He came to the UK at the age of 25 as a boy. He depended on his uncle to do his resident for him. And his uncles failed him. You are damn 25 years old. You are 25 years old man. So you need your uncle. After overstaying, you need your uncle to do your visa for you. How do you justify that? Then he said, for 14 years, I know somebody in my church for 10 years. And I know another one since I was 14 in my church. This don't make sense. So he's doing all of this to like, I don't know. You are messed. You are messed. Let's listen.
It's an hour, not 5 minutes.
Okay, so I watched the 5 minutes, and I did say this to you off the air, and I'm going to say it again in public. I loved your body language. You were charismatic, and you fielded the questions very well. Now, here are some of our own questions.
Look, did you hear that the freeze there? Daddy Freeze is working for his money. I watch your body language, and then you did very well. You answer the questions, and then let us hear Daddy Freeze ask his own question, because I believe that you and I watched the video, watched the interview. You know that there is no way you can even give, let's say 10. You cannot give that interview 5. You cannot give that interview 4. He messed up. The lady basically violated him. He violated him. The questions we are catching, and this guy have no answer. He thought he can bravogado his way. And I begin to ask a question now. If Pastor Tobi actually goes school? And I'm sorry I'm going to ask these questions, because if you arrive in this country since that time, I don't know if Pastor Tobi attends school. Okay, I am going to be brilliant, brutal on that one, because there is no way he will look at that interview and even say I did well. No, he should be crying, because he took himself to the world stage and violated himself. He called himself a boy at the age of 25. He called himself a boy at the age of 25. How do you now say I did well on the interview? I confronted the interviewer. I delivered. So Nigerians should be clapping for you. We don't clap for you.
Questions. Question 1. I watched your interview. How come no one's speaking about the 1.9 million pound fraud case? It has now been downgraded, or should I say tilted, towards the word mismanagement. What really is that about?
They will keep downgrading it because they were not there. I live in a country that praises themselves.
Business presenter, stop saying. Actually,
I hate ads. Sorry, guys.
I live in a country that praises themselves as law-abiding. So either the charity, the police, the media, they are law-abiding because they understand that today, in this day and age, and I'm not talking about Nigerians just talking for food. They know that in this day and age, actually,
I am not talking. The Nigerians are just talking for food. Davido supporter, come and see una best friend. Because some of these 30 BG, they no get sense. See insult. Una deserve am. Na see finish. Last week they tell una say na rice, na you una need. Today, he say una just dey talk for food. Na hunger. Tomorrow now, your 30 BG go come dey dance with am. So if somebody talk now, you will say, I don't like Davido. Oh, okay, because it's Davido, I should not put mouth there. I like Davido, by the way. I like his music. But personally, I have no connection with him. So if he play good music, I will play it. I will enjoy it. When he do shit, I will criticize him. Davido has not conducted himself with Pastor Tobi. And if you are his supporter, mumu, na una be. On this particular one, na mumu. Let's go.
Talking for food. They know that in this day and age, at some point the law will catch up on you. They will not dare say it because it's not true. So if I was saying it on my page, I believe for many years of slavery and all his wealth, you have the right to suspect your own brother. That's understandable. But when it comes to the test of the law and what is right in a country that poses themselves as the lawgiver, as the democratic lawgiver, as the ones who correct the world, who tell the world what is right, they won't dare to say it because it doesn't exist. And people will then say, but you've been reading it and you've not challenged those who are saying it. the problem with defamation and things here is you have to wait. The right lawyers have to find the right things, and everybody will learn now what it means to peddle false news. The Charity Commission never mentioned 1.8 million.
They did.
Our regulatory body.
They did. The Charity Commission mentioned it. Go read it. It's there. Now, he is threatening them of defamation. Who is he going to sue for defamation? The Telegraph? The Daily Mail? The ITV? Or is it me? Or is it the Immigration Tribunal? Who is he going to sue? He think he's in Nigeria? This story is out there. And Daddy Freeze is such a clown. He said, I watched the 5 minute. The lady did not mention about the 1.8 million. Okay? But Tobi told Daddy Freeze earlier in this very particular segment that the interview was an hour. They only showed the 5 minute. So let Daddy Freeze chill and watch the whole 1 hour and see what comes out of it. But I know BBC. They have got what they want. Now, Pastor Tobi go there to market himself. And they will cut that nonsense off. Okay? They will cut it off. If he go there to try to show himself and use the platform to condition more people, they will never broadcast it. They have enough evidence against this guy. That 5 minutes is a disaster. It's a disaster 5 minutes. Let's go. Let's listen to our Daddy Freeze literally interpreting what he thinks happened, question by questions. And I'm going to give Daddy Freeze a benefit of doubt to do the right thing.
They never mentioned it. So the BBC interview, I asked the lady interviewing me, did you read the document? When it comes to black young people, people don't read documents. Even judges don't read documents. They don't. There's a biased prejudgment that comes. And unfortunately for Nigeria shouting, you see, these things you want to crucify Pastor before. If you are great, if you make it, you will suffer it. If you don't, your kids will go through it. That's why we are fighting. That's why we are fighting. So we stand on what is factual. The Charity Commission mentioned 1.8. I've now spoken to them, which Nigerians will call out. On BBC, they should at least come out and say, this is the room. If someone steals 1.8 million or is associated, you say on the 15th of January, someone moved this money for, I dare them to do it. Until then, everybody should keep quiet and respect what is called humanity, meaning just the basic human sense. Okay.
Thank you very much. A lot of people are saying you should have challenged. When Afe Babalola challenged what was written about him, he said he was doing too much. When you did not challenge the narrative now is, why did you not challenge?
I won't challenge something unless I know I can win. I don't like losing. We live in a country that the social bias.
I will not challenge something unless I know I can win. Just listen, oh. This is another disaster. I'm telling you, this guy just makes himself look like a complete delusional. I will not challenge it unless I know I can win. Now he's going to put it on racism now. Discriminations like the social bias against black people. Let's listen.
This is great. So you have to work diligently and make sure that the law cases that are out now against people. First of all, I don't want to ruin the community I was trying to build. People are trying to eat, especially in countries like Nigeria. In Nigeria, if you start pure water business, 1,000 people will do it on the streets because we don't think, we just copy. So people that are trying to eat through internet, Instagram followership, I'm young kids here. I'm not going to be taking them to court. But now we're now out with challenge and we've waited for years so that the authorities don't say, oh, it's only been 3 months investigation. It's 4 to 5 years now. So it's going to be challenged. We are patient enough. We don't run by reacting immediately. Children actually taught us that.
Let's talk about the charity commission that you mentioned. What was that really about? And what were their findings? What was the charity? What is the charity commission? What were their findings when they did their investigation? Let's address that.
Well, the charity commission, number one,
imagine entering a room and all of a sudden all of your car finance agreements.
well, the charity commission, number one,
Lost
you. First of all, the so-called shambolic race investigation that was done into Spark Nation was done by a Muslim. A Muslim regulates a Christian body. It didn't well. I'm telling you now, we're public. I got videos. But no worries. Anybody is the law, so people can read the law. And then the officers. But their conclusion is this. When a charity registers in the UK, you have to prove that you make £5,000 a year. We stop taking donations, which means that the law, you are not making 5,000 a year. So by law, you have to be shut down. You are not a charity by law. That's the main conclusion. Number two, they mentioned something about reputational management, meaning that when there are issues, we didn't act to control the narrative. Number one question is, when we stop taking donations, did you ask us why? But because we need them to pay us,
let's talk about these donations. You don't take tithe, you don't take offering, you don't take.
We never did. There is donation. Donation means I want to build something, we donate. Everybody donates. The money does not come to the central.
Just listen, we don't take donation, but there's a donation. We want to. So Pastor Tobi said he's not taking donation, right? Because he stopped taking donation. But then there's a donation, and the money come when they want to build something or buy something, they donate. Where does that money goes? Just listen.
The pastor has no access to that money. That's why they are now like little cats. They now run to mismanagement. Mismanagement means, and I'll tell you the case of mismanagement. I'll tell you exclusively this. Mismanagement means that they told us that we paid 40K for something. And I'm telling you, did we pay it or not? You have to prove that we didn't, but we did. And we don't. Anyone that knows us, get angry, knock your head against the wall. Anyone that knows us, we don't use cheap local places for anything we do.
Okay, this is where the guy think he's actually talking with Thomas. And this one is standing there. Okay, this is it. Basic 1, 2, 3 mathematics. The charity commission expect every money that comes into the charity to be recorded. Now, Pastor Tobi said he stopped. He has a charity, but he stopped taking donation into that particular account. But then they were doing the doing. They were buying other stuffs in the name of the organization. But the funding is not going to the charity commission. Now the charity commission now call them and say, listen, you rented this apartment. You rented this hotel. Where does this money comes from? Now, but on your charity paper, we cannot see this. But we are seeing you that you are literally paying for a hotel for 60,000 a month. Bill of 60,000. No, we are seeing you that you are renting buses, van, trap houses. But it's not reflecting on the account of the charity that you registered. Where is this donation coming from? Cash in hand. This is literally his. Oh, I want somebody that's smarter than me to come here, please. I don't know whether I'm listening to true confession. He's telling us now that he has two accounts. One is for the charity that money donation does not go to. Then another one where people will donate to him and he will use it to do something. That's why he's saying, okay, we buy so and so for 40,000. Did we pay for it or we didn't pay for it? So because they paid for it, the Charity Commission have no right to ask, where did you get that money? Where is the registered? Who gave this money? Where does this money come from that you are using to buy the hotel? How did you acquire this money? Because the Charity Commission does not really need ask Pastor Tobi to give account. You could literally go to the hotel they rented and you ask the hotel on the 28th of February, Spark Nation hold a service here. How much did they pay for the hall? How much was the food estimate? What did they eat? And then that company will provide you under the freedom of information. Now you get that. You compare that to the charity that is not making 5,000 a year. Because he said his charity stopped taking donation. That means they stopped accounting to the commission how much they are making. So the money they were now using is coming from somewhere. And that money is not being accounted for. He's saying it and Daddy Freeze kept quiet. And you're not asking him, hold on a second. What are you talking about? So you stop taking charity money. You stop taking offering. So you stop registering the offering money, the donation money, but you are doing the doing. So how are you getting those money? And you did not go to Charity Commission and say, we are no longer running charity. We are ending this. We are canceled. The Charity Commission have to come to you and say, hold on a second. You rented a stadium. You rented this thing. Where does this money come from? On your charity paperwork, it's not reflecting. Can you tell us what is happening here? Then you call it discrimination? I don't know. I said it earlier. I don't think Pastor Tobi go to school. I don't think Pastor Tobi think is hush puppy level. You think money can do everything. There are critical thinkers. There are analysts. There are people that will check every of your words. Especially when you call us stupid. He said Nigerians only need rice. We only need rice and we are talking for food. So let us talk for food. Let me open the book. Let's listen. When I watched this interview earlier, I just shook my head. I shook my head. And Daddy Freeze just stand there. Oh, no question, no challenging questions.
We paid. Go to your institution and ask them money. Do we pay or not? Please, we paid it, but you are saying that we bring the money to them and pay it next day. Whereas your own as charity says that the reason why we chase some of our African families.
Stop calling Africans! This guy should stop calling Africans. This guy makes me look like I am an idiot. Okay. Just hear it. You are buying cash. You are paying something of 50,000 pounds. But the charity you opened that cause for, it's not, the 50,000 pounds is not reflecting on it. You say you are no longer taking contribution. You are not taking contribution, but you are buying the buying. This guy no get sense. I know, like, this guy is mumu. I mean, 25 years ago, living UK, living Nigeria 25 years ago. I don't know. 25 years ago, he left Nigeria and he came to the UK and he do all this kind of shenanigan and make the money. And he think that money will allow people like us. Because when he's calling us social media miscreants that are finishing him, he's talking about people like me.
Fathers, not my father, I don't have any spiritual father. The reason why we chase some of the Christian fathers out is they take too much money in their account. We needed it today, we raised it today, we paid it the next day.
Oh, did you hear that? You hear that? You hear that? We need the money today, we raise the money today, we use it today. Who are you raising the money from? Who is accounting for it? Now, you now see now where those young ladies, we are telling you that Pastor Tobi forced them to take loan. Pastor Tobi forced them to even donate their blood to sell their blood. Pastor Tobi forced them. People take loans on top of their head. So they are raising money illegally in the name of the charity. Oh, Jesus. No, this guy is not confessing on. This is a true confession. This is literally, the guy is confessing to you. I mean, I never believe we will even go deeper than this. I never believe we will hear this from him. So, you are hearing, what is he talking about? No, hold on. Hold on.
The program we are talking about, I got 5,000 young people into that place. We paid 40K. That like the people that received the money.
How did you raise 40K? Who donate 40K? Why didn't you put it on the charity commission so they can take accountability of it? Why? Why did you stop taking money into the charity if your intention was to do charity, was to host these young boys, these young ladies, and take them out of the street, and people are raising money? Who is giving you? Now, when the news broke out day before last week, he came out, he said, since the news broke out of his deportation news, he has raised 1 million. Now, how did you raise 1 million? Do you know what £1 million is? Because your outgoing, your income as a charity, as a church, has to be verified. And you know, the churches in the UK, King David, I wish David said, why are you so concerned about other people's life? King David, please go and ask Daddy Freeze, why is he so concerned about other people's life? And try to remove King from your name. And you are not King, then David, then great. Take all those things off your name and use a common sense name, and leave this platform, because I don't think you can learn anything from me. You cannot learn anything from me. So remove name, because what we are saying is, I am not even against him. I'm only analyzing what he's saying from his own mouth. You set up a charity, an organization. Now you stop raising money to that organization. You set up 2 boxes, the official and non-officials. Okay? This is the official one. Then you have non-officials, and the money is coming here. You use it for whatever you like to do for. And then the government is asking you to explain to us, where did you get this money? How did you spend it? You said, oh, don't ask. We pay for what we ordered. Accountability. Accountability, bruv. Accountability, bruv. That is what kept me and you, King David. That is what kept me and you in this cold. Accountability. Accountability that we don't have is what kept me and you in the UK. This is winter. Christmas is around the corner. Everywhere is cold. It's dark. Go to Nigeria now. Everywhere is bright. Life is good. But you cannot survive. You are be competing. Yesterday, I was talking to the guy, he said there will be 3 million police officers on duty guiding VIP. Who is going to guide you? King, who is going to guide your mama? Who is going to guide you if you go to Nigeria now? Accountability. You can buy police in Nigeria to guide you if you have the money. But if you don't have money, you are left within yourself because accountability is not taking place. Who is going to ask Oyedepo to give account of his church? Who is going to ask Adiboye to give account of his church? Who is going to ask those people? But they are under charity commission. Redeemed Christian Church is CAC registered. So in a normal country, every year they're supposed to give account of how much they make, how much they spend, what they spend it for. But no accountability. Nobody is asking them. Now, Tobi started his own church. Nobody, you expect Oyibo people to not to ask? So it is very, very important you know the background of why we analyze issues like this. I am not here to hate him. Okay, I am here. Okay, you are here now when the guy called us stupid. When he said Nigerians are only there for rice and food. They're not supposed to be asking questions. So he said, it is within my right to analyze it. If Daddy Freeze is not doing the job he's supposed to do, we're going to do it for him. This is confession of the highest order. And that's why I tell you, he's digging himself even deeper by exposing how he carry out his businesses.
The money extorted us. We paid 40K for 2 hours, 20K per hour. That is before.
So why do you need to rent a hall for 20,000 per hour? Why do you need to rent a hall? I want King that just commented now. King, please give me idea, my brother. Why does somebody who say he's doing charity need to go and pay for a hall for 20,000 for an hour? He said he paid 40K for 2 hours. Because he go to Doncaster Hotel, he go to Hilton Hotel, and he said, I want the hall. I want food for 200 people. I'm going to hold my service here today. And the charity is asking, you rented this place. How did you get the money to rent it? In your book, you say you are not raising money. It's minus 5,000. But you are paying 20,000 per hour for a hall. Reconcile the two. It doesn't make any sense. Accountability, brother. Accountability. Let's listen.
40,000 points written
is on the record. Ask charity, ask BBC, ask the police. Is there any organization run by a black man that submitted 10 years of receipt? How can you not come online and tell us that these receipts are forged or faulty? You don't say once. You now went and publish.
You see, this is where the fraud started. He can't go free. He can't go free. He can't go free. He submitted a receipt. We paid 20,000 here, which I believe there's no hall of a hotel that costs 20,000 per hour. Okay, there is no hotel hall. Listen. I want you to just listen. When he said he paid the 20,000 per hour, he also said they extort them. So he played victim there. He said they extorted us. Because it is ridiculous to say you pay 20,000 per hour for a whore. So the guy went and cooked up receipt. We're gonna go.
A vague report, vague, and we are saying, okay, you see fraud here. Everything, every lender is a fraudster. You will say, on the 15th of January, this person moved 10 pounds from here to there. I dare them to do so. So they can never.
You see, this is where the Nigeria in him is coming out. Okay, this is cut and paste receipt. But this daring that he's daring them now, they will take his challenge. Oh. Me, don't worry, Tunde, the UK will take his challenge. Me and you are watching this. Let's watch it. The UK will take his challenge. Okay, they will take it. Me, I know. I know. And nobody should call it racism tomorrow. Nobody should call it discrimination tomorrow. Because he's asking them to do their work, to do their worst. He said, I challenge them to carry out their investigation. I guarantee you they will. They will. Sorry, let's go.
They can never. We pay the price for this community. We don't take from them. We all worked. Joined me for the first time in the history. If Nigeria is a great country, and I believe it is, with very few unfortunate people, if it is, they should be asking this question and saying for the first time, they should go and ask their black pastors and fathers in UK, what did they do wrong?
Hi there. Would you like to receive?
You know, the funny thing about all of this is this. Thank you so much, Tunde, for your gift. The funny thing about all of this is that he think he's talking eloquently now, but this is myopic. He is literally digging himself in a deeper hole. In a deeper hole. Do you know before how he operates his businesses? You don't know. There's an allegation that this man take loans on people. There's an allegation that when you attend his church as a new member, they got your information and apply credit card on your name and apply for loan on your names. Without even you knowing that when you attended that congregation, the guys, they don't carry your information, your date of birth, your name. The next thing you will see loan on top of your name. One particular member have to challenge them. Why did you take loan on my name without my consent? They say it's for a bigger thing. The lady was on BBC. It can't be a lie. Let Pastor Tobi go and sue that lady. If you think the police is not coming for him, you don't know UK. If you think this guy will be allowed to go to Nigeria without answering questions and move his car, how stupid this guy is beyond my understanding. On this interview, you will hear him when he will tell Daddy Freeze that he has 2 shoes that can pay for his living for 2 years in Nigeria. That is collection. You think the UK police will allow that to happen? You don't know UK police.
Hi there.
Sorry, I'm just allowing to skip ad.
I'm a missionary for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
They should ask Peter, what did I do wrong? 10 years of receipt is with the charity. 10 years of receipt is with BBC. 10 years, sir. Receipt.
You don't need to give 10 years of receipt to BBC. You don't need to give 10 years of receipt. They don't need the receipt, by the way. If you are running a charity, every year you file. It's called file. You file what you make and what you spend. You don't leave your charity account dormant, but then you are submitting receipt of something you buy with cash illegally. Illegal donation. Then you say but you don't have to ask now, but we pay for it. Did those people, those vendors, did they say we didn't pay for it? These are the receipts of how we spend our money. Now they are asking you, all these receipts you are submitting is fake. Because on the charity account, you don't have any money there. So how did you manage to rent Hilton Hotel for 10,000 per night? I don't know how many of you have a calculator there. At 20,000 pounds today, 20,000 pounds, you're talking about 40 something million for one night, for 1 hour. According to him, he said it now, 20,000 pounds and 2 hours is 40,000 pounds. What are you doing in a building for 2 hours for 40,000 pounds? Even O2 is not that expensive. O2 Arena. And this guy have 1,000 member. It's not like he have 2,000 member. It's not like he have a stadium. It doesn't have members. His church is not even up to 1,000 people. So why do you need to pay for 20,000 pounds for a hall? I don't know. Does it make any sense? Somebody is asking me if I am hating on Pastor Tobi. You are hating on your father. Mumu, you are hating on your papa. Where did I share hatred here now? Because you know, get sense. Follow 30 BG. Ew. Where did I hate now? And he just joined. That one just joined. The man is talking. It's not me talking. He is talking. The main guy, Pastor Tobi, is talking. He's telling you how he do his business, how he's managing his business. He's telling us. So we are now looking at, okay, you are managing your business like this, but this does not make any sense. This does not make any sense. The same kind of useless Nigerians that allow pastors to use their head, do sarah. A pastor just get a runway now to his church. A runway. So Oyedepo has more than 4 jets. Now, he said, I am no longer ready to go to Ikeja. Government should give me a runway. So when I want to fly, I finish my service, I go to America. From my church. The government say, happy birthday, this is your runway. Tomorrow, if me and you are talking about Ikeja Airport, congestion, road bad, airport degradation, it don't concern Oyedepo. It don't concern his 1 million member. He no care anymore. His 1 million member can continue going to Ikeja Airport. When Oyedepo and his family want to travel, he will fly in front of his church. No, you think anybody, even the Pope, have no runway? The Pope have no runway in Italy. The Pope of the whole of this world travel with public Italian air. The Archbishop of Canterbury have no runway. Una no even know una left from una right. Tomorrow now, if me and you they complain that airport is not working, you think it concern Oyedepo? It concern Oyedepo? You know concern him. If Oyedepo son want to go to South Africa, Papa, I want to go to SA. Okay, come and carry one jet stream now. A $60 million worth of a plane. That is what Oyedepo is riding. Your problem no concern him anymore. You don't dey prepare the world ahead, you go prepare heaven for himself. Una no go let person talk. Una go just come. Una go just dey do mumu. All of una na hell una dey go. Una no dey go heaven. Na hell. Bless you, una think say we like to be in Obodo Ibo. We no like to be in Obodo Ibo. None of us like to be in Obodo Ibo. We no get choice. Now you make us just pinch. The guy they confess crime in front of you. The guy no get sense. I know say now your hero be that. You dey hate on Pastor Tobi. Now your hero. He dey talk, he dey confess to you how he dey run in business. But you no get sense. You say, Ben, you dey hate on Pastor Tobi. Ewu. Money na water. Wetin they do before money na water? Una no know. Money na water. You know say na your money. You know say na your money. Una no get sense. Kubana chief priest. Money na water. Money na water. Wetin be money na water? We get power. We get government. We get the money. Money na water. You hear am? We get power. We get government. We get the money. Money na water. You get government. But all of una now we'll go to that. When he post that nonsense, una go like him. $30 BG or FC fan. I don't know how adult will be 34-year-old say him be 30 BG. Him be FC fan. Anything when 30 BG do, it correct. If I come here now, I carry Ademola now, Governor Ademola, where they dance up and down. If I begin to hear bam now, say they perform, 30 BG go come they cost me because na Davido uncle. 30 BG go say, why are you hating on Ademola? He's the best governor. I am fighting everyone. Everyone today. I am very, very angry, my sister.
A lot of people are mentioning a previous BBC documentary on you. Do you want to throw some light on that real quick?
No, there was on that. It's not just a lot of people. The interview you saw today, that's why I said it's 1 hour out of, it's 5 minutes out of 1 hour. They mentioned it too, but they won't play it because it's against their own one of their department. So I said, they called it investigation. I asked the lady, define the word investigation, because this is BBC. You people do us English language. What's an investigation? There are 3.
Okay. Those of you guys that understand media, it's very, very important. That is the uptake. I don't know if the English is right. Falila is here, you will help me. Falila is very good in English. The uptake is very, very important when you are presenting fact. If Pastor Tobi appear there and try to use the advantage of BBC to further condition his victim or the people that we are saying, or to further consolidate his message, the BBC will not play that for you. But BBC did not put it in his mouth to use his own mouth to say he was a boy at the age of 25. Is it BBC that told him that, to say that? It's not BBC. BBC did not tell him to say that he was an overstayer, arrived in the UK in 2005 and could not do anything and blame it on his uncle. The BBC did not tell him to do that. So the BBC did not tell him to be riding Lamborghini G-Wagon, then told the government that he has no income, rather depend on his wife 100,000 salary. Please tap the screen because my screen is getting frozen. That he depend on his wife 100,000 pound salary. The BBC did not put that on him. He said it. It's on a hard document that you say you have no job. You've been in the UK since 2005. 19 years. 19 years. That means you have no pay a tax into government pocket for 19 years. And they said, how do you afford your G-Wagon, your Lamborghinis, your lifestyle, your $1 million wristwatch? You say, I have no job. The church doesn't pay me. I use everything for the public. My wife earn £100,000. That is my income. I beg, let somebody reconcile that for me. It doesn't make any sense. It is not BBC that is telling Pastor Tobi to present himself like that, in that kind of way. So there is a fundamental contradiction in what Pastor Tobi represents and what he's saying. He came with a Nigerian mentality. I don't know how many of you remember Matthew Ashimilowo. Pastor Tobi talks about how the older pastors have had to run away to Nigeria. Pastor Matthew Ashimilowo, the KICC guy. The KICC guy was doing all of his shenanigans. When the investigation started on him, he ran away. Matthew Ashimilowo has since embarked on a property development in Lagos. Something that he always wanted to do. Nigerian government can never ask Matthew Ashimilowo, how much do you make in your KICC? Nigerian government can never ask Paul Adefarase, what is your income? What are you doing with the money you are making? Come and give account. They're never going to ask. Nigerian government will never ask Oyedepo, tell us your income. In short, they gave him a runway. Nigerian government will never ask Adiboye. But me, I can write a letter and I will go to Redeemed Christian Church in my community here. And I said, I want to know how much we made last year, how much we spent last year. And they will have to explain it to me by force. And nobody will throw me stone. This is how Nigerians run it. No accountability. Then you are asking government to account for what they are doing. The government cannot account for you when you are going to heaven with your pastor, that you cannot ask to account for you. Adiboye's money belongs to Adiboye. When Odukoya died, Bimbo Odukoya, when she crashed in that plane, Odukoya handed over the church to the husband. There are elders in the church. There are other members in the church. But the account, the registration of the church belongs to Odukoya. The next of kings is the husband. Unfortunately, when the husband passed away, the husband handed over the church to the son. To the son. No accountability. But every Sunday, you and I will raise money to support. But you cannot ask for accountability. In short, some of you guys don't even know that churches are limited company. There was something I needed to bring to you guys. During the Buhari regime, Oyedepo was criticizing Buhari a lot. A lot of them were criticizing Buhari. Oyedepo especially was really criticizing Buhari. And Malami, the Attorney General of Federation, called them to order. Malami called a meeting of those leaders. If you heard about it that time, they said the government wanted to take over churches. Malami told them, Hausa people know they play, told them the real business of church and showed them memorandum of understanding. Malami told them that the government can appoint pastors, administrators to Winners Chapel, to Redeemed Christian Church. From that day, you never hear them criticize government again. That was the last time you hear Oyedepo do pain. That is why you see Adiboye now talking for government, because they read them the act of that churches they registered. No 1 naira supposed to belong to pastors. Everything supposed to be accounted for. But the government turned their face because the government is using the churches to get away with their responsibility to the people. Now, Christmas is around the corner now. Some of you guys are going to travel on the 22nd. You've already started fasting now for road safety, for no kidnap, armed robber free, safe joining. The fasting have already started. Some of una don't carry una money now. First fruit of the month, una go give am to pastor. Who's supposed to provide security for you? It's not God. It's government. But the government is directing you to pastors. The pastor is telling you, don't worry, we'll ask for God on your behalf to protect you during the Christmas. Your going and coming will be protected by God. So the government have no responsibility for you. So they condition you at Redeemed Christian Camp and send you forth to your various villages for Christmas. But when you turn around, you see 10 mopo, 20 mopo following Pastor Adiboye. Oyedepo, maybe 20 mopo. Paul Adefarasi, 20 mopo. Paul Eneche, 20 mopo. Apostle Suleiman, 20 mopo. But you, they told you, now God go protect you. You too, you agree. And they even force you to pray for your government. You pray for your government. So they will return back to government and say, dear government, our people are with you. We have prayed for you. Can I have 10 police to protect my son? My son is going to Ibadan. But when you, as a member, is going to Ibadan, they only give you oil. They give you oil to rub on your head. The other day, Apostle Suleiman was coming from wherever he traveled to. His business partner hijacked him. They run GUN at him. They pie 4 police. The 4 police were in a Hilos. Apostle Suleiman was in a bulletproof armored car. Nothing penetrate. Him and his family were protected. 4 officers did not return back to their mama, to their don, to their children. Members, assistants were murdered in that incident. No investigation, no accountability. Apostle Suleiman continue carrying police. Police are still following Apostle Suleiman as I'm talking to you now. For you now, it is okay. Because we know the reason. That's why when you walk out through all London, you hardly see Nigerian in our police system here. Because we go corrupt them. We go carry our own, enter it. Thank you so much. We go carry our own, enter it. The only people who worship in this our space of internet is somebody that is dubious in character. Anybody who come here to tell you the truth, una won't bury the person. Una go give him name. That's why when Daddy Freeze come, he wave hand like this. The man is looking at Daddy Freeze. He said, I have charity. I stop raising money. But then I raise money through the other means. And I use it to go and buy something in cash. And I pay 20,000. Daddy Freeze should, excuse me, Pastor Tobi. Which kind of hall do you pay 20,000 for? For 1 hour? 20,000 pounds an hour for a hall? Daddy Freeze did not ask. But Daddy Freeze will turn on ring light and be challenging other pastors, other Yahoo pastors in Nigeria. Spark Nation. Just listen to the name. Spark Nation. Free nation in Christ. There's nation among them. Spark Nation. Free nation. That is Daddy Freeze zone. Then this one say his own is Spark Nation. And Daddy Freeze think he can come and try to launder that Tobi. Okay, we actually want to hear Tobi. We actually want to hear him. But I want to spin this because I do media. I can spin anything. I want to spin what he's talking about. Can somebody help me to spin what Daddy Freeze is talking? What Tobi is talking about? I want to spin it. I want to support him. I want to say, Pastor Tobi, you are right. It is very good that you stop collecting money on the charity account, but you are collecting another money through unverified account, and you are using it to do the doing. Does it make any sense? I want to hear, and he's sitting down there very. This is the time for Daddy Freeze to reconsider his career. Now that he go and start TikTok and start twerking his nyash, because he has no moral ground to condemn any pastor in Nigeria again. They are all the same. If Paul Eneche now say I pay $20,000 to rent $20,000 to rent a bus, Daddy Freeze will be like, hey wait, $20,000. Your man is looking at you. He say he pay £40,000 to rent a hall for 2 hours. You are keeping quiet. Make una tag Daddy Freeze. Say Mr. Ben is on his case again.
Investigations done into Spark Nation. As in, BBC came with their camera to my house. If a person is lying in 2 months living in their house, will you not know? The one they are referring to is called Panorama. They didn't come to us. They switch on cameras and call people that have left the church to comment. Then I ask them, today now, people who have left the Catholic Church, if you ask them to talk, would they have good things to say? People who have left Sainsbury supermarket, or what's the supermarket in Nigeria called? Maybe like, which one is Nigeria? ShopRite, their staffs. Then BBC, go on Google. Are there people complaining about BBC? Absolutely. You can't then turn on the.
Let me tell you, when I see Tobi, Pastor Tobi returning back to Nigeria, he will be worse than Naramali. Naramali is not even worse. I don't think Naramali is really bad. Yes, I'm telling you, he will create a gang in Nigeria. Not just a gang, they can pie you. He will create a cabal. If you look at Pastor Tobi, you can see anger because he's finishing himself. He sat down here for 45 minutes. 45 minutes defending indefensible. Yes, I'm sorry that I even use Naramali. I can't compare two of them. But this guy is, that's why I retract my word immediately. I could not call a Naramali on this. Because Naramali actually have talent. This guy have no talent. You cannot tell me Pastor Tobi have talent. First of all, he needs speech therapy. You know, speech therapy to know how to talk. He needs speech therapy. It looked to me like he jokingly entered this ministry. Very angry, you can see anger in his face because he's been basically caught, and his worst nightmare is that Nigerians have put mouth for him now because it is Nigerian audience he was caught in. Pastor Tobi does not do giveaway in the UK. So it is Nigerian audience. He joined body with Davido and collect a lot of followers. But we know this guy. In the UK, we don't worship celebrities. We don't. That's why when we talk straight to your face. No musician can slap any of their fans in this country. You can't do it and go scot-free. We don't buy likes. Your giveaway does not make any. Okay, the other day, let me just off topic a little bit. The other day I was talking about this Burna Boy and Akpe One Mama. I like Akpe. I think Akpe is a comedian. And then when we are talking about it, I talk about it, and somebody told me, Mr. Ben, why do you always like the oppressors? I said, no. I don't like what Akpe did. At the same time, I cannot question why Burna Boy is trying to protect his image. And the guy was like trying to debate me on the comment section and said, can this happen in the UK? If Akpe say this in the UK, can a musician locked Akpe up? And I was very, very honest. I said in the UK, it is impossible for Akpe to be a celebrity. In the UK, is zero chance. I'm being very honest. Akpe cannot be a celebrity in the UK. He definitely cannot even be a celebrity in Atlanta. Because to be a celebrity here, you have to have something. You have to have a talent. Akpe does not have a talent. So if you don't have a talent, and then you now use your talentless ego to come and rob somebody that corporation is behind. If you don't understand, Burna Boy, corporation is behind him. When I mean corporation, big record label, image management are there. Millions of dollars to protect his image, record, names, brand. And Nigerian audience, we are one of the most vicious audience. When Nigerian audience come for you, you go fall down. We don't play. Because Nigerian people, then they verse on internet. That's why you see, thank you so much, Tunde, thank you so much for all the gifts. That's why you see in the UK, in America, you will see some people, they will just chip Nigerian culture into their brand to trend. Because our own, we don't get joy. When we take over internet, we will take it to the next level. So I said, unfortunately, Akpe in the UK cannot be a celebrity for his opinion to count. But in Nigeria, Akpe, apparently, he's a celebrity. People listen to his jargons, so his opinion count. And then if he's going to destroy a brand like Burna Boy, then the corporation behind Burna Boy will take action. That is why it's hard for Akpe now. Because it's not Burna Boy, it's corporation. If you don't understand, Burna Boy could spend $20 million a year for his image. That money is there, is budgeted under his income to protect his image. Because if you allow that kind of singing of oil to be going on, you are disadvantaged to his image. So Burna Boy has to take action. So I made it clear that in the UK, we don't raise anybody for not mediocre person to be a celebrity. It's zero chance. You have to have a talent. You have to have something. I want you to just look at me and tell me, what does Akpe have as a talent that made him a celebrity? It's just that we buy rubbish. We consume every kind of content without actually filtering it. That is enough on Akpe, because we are on Tobi and Daddy Freeze. A lot of you guys that may come across my platform, please, if you have not follow it. I have a lot of content that is mind-opening, more radical thinking. I'm not afraid to ask questions. Yeah, somebody say Akpe is even better than Portable. Now, Portable is a celebrity in Nigeria. That is how we are. So, it is a brand. So, let's just leave that one. So, please do follow for more content as this. And I appreciate your fellowship.
Absolutely. You can't then turn on the camera and those ones don't ask us questions and say investigation. The word does not tally. It's not, I cannot be sitting on something called British Broadcasting Corporation and you can't define your own English. Is investigation one-sided? It's not one-sided. For the sake of justice. And when I turn on the camera, look for people that are disgruntled because they know they are appealing to Nigerians who are extremely sentimental, smart when they choose to be. They're extremely sentimental and express what they don't understand. Meaning, it is natural for humans to fight what they don't understand. Nigerians will express it as well, which makes us what we are today. Very needy. So,
very patronizing. I mean, if your own person patronizes you like this, I think you need to ask the questions. Nigerians will chew anything. Very needy. Okay? But this was the guy that was courting Nigerians' audience and trying as much as possible to be a celebrity in Nigeria, to be recognized. That is why he presented a watch for Davido. He presented the bag for Choma. Because he was courting the audience of Nigerian market. But he also understands that it's not all Nigerians that will celebrate nonsense. Me especially, I will not celebrate it. Because I don't understand. I don't understand how you arrive in the UK in 2005. And this is 2024. And you've never had visa in your passport. And you look at Nigeria and you say they should be proud of you. We should be proud of you. It's ludicrous. Nigerians should be proud of me. Like I'm trying to understand the content at which we need to be proud of you, that you are driving Ferrari, you are driving Lamborghini, and the street of London, where even, I am going to be very honest with you, the kind of wealth Pastor Tobi display, nobody in the UK, no celebrity do such a thing. Lousy, open, notice me, notice me, notice me. And this is a country of, this is a kind of a social country where even the richest, you don't see them displaying wealth. You don't see them doing it. Everybody is quiet. Even footballers, you don't see them being loud. And you no get job. You no get job. You no get chinko. And you say, make they proud of you. It is the amount of patronization that he's patronizing his audience that is actually giving me headache. Now, people that has been in the UK, raise their children, contribute taxes into the economy, pay their due, learn how to drive, pay driver license company £2,000 to learn how to. You has been in the UK driving illegally. You've been disobeying law. That's why you see, since this news break out, you never see Tobi driving again. Have any of you seen Pastor Tobi driving? When oh my God, let me not blow my trumpet. You cannot see Pastor Tobi drive on the street of London again. He will not do it. But he's been driving before. Ask him, how did you get a driver license? Because in the UK, to have a driver license, you need to have resident. You need to have a verifiable document to have a driver license. So that means he's been breaking the law and breaking the law and breaking the law and breaking the law and breaking the law. Now let him drive his Lamborghini again. And he said we should be proud of him. And Daddy Free say because he paid 3 million, he was giving giveaway, we should be proud of him. Absolutely. He was wearing designer. Then he claimed he's supporting black community. Let him drive again now. Pastor Tobi, Oya, drive one of your car. Make I see. Yeah, send it over, man. Thank you, BBA. Yes. So, if we don't take our time to analyze things like this, then the story will just die. As you see, the last time Pastor Tobi applied to legalize his stay in this country was 2019. 2019, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Right? Over 3 years later, they finally decide his fate. They finally decide his fate in the court of law. Now tell me, who can certainly say that the police is not investigating Pastor Tobi right now? Nobody can say so. Because I know the UK police. If they bring charges tomorrow, they will get conviction next week. They don't play. It is obvious. Now, with this interview alone that he's giving to Daddy Freeze right now, I can see a conviction there. I can see criminal conspiracy there. I can see it. Because he used his own mouth to say, I set up a charity under the Charity Commission. They gave me a number. And we stopped receiving donation in that particular pocket. But then I am doing the doing in the name of the charity. Now the government is going to be asking, where did you get the 40,000 from? We want to see the name of the people. And then there's an allegation that when members, innocent members, goes there, they befriend them and then use their information to acquire credit. I did not say it. The parliament said it. The parliament. And then when we talk, then he said black community. But I don't see any black community with him. If there's a black community with him, he wouldn't have need Davido to come from Nigeria. He wouldn't need Cubana chief priest. He wouldn't need E-Money to come for his birthday. The black community in the UK would have gathered together and celebrate him as a leader of our community. I would have been there blowing my trumpet for him. Stormzy would have been there. Anthony Joshua would have been there. Lewis Hamilton would have been there. All of these, our black celebrity, would have been there for him if he's actually doing what he claimed he's doing. He was not doing those things. He was a fraud. And Daddy Freeze patronized him. He gave Daddy Freeze that car. And every time Daddy Freeze want to do video, this is the car, the red car. Daddy Freeze will do like this, conditioning poor people's head. And then show you his red car. Show you his red car. Materialistic. Conditioning you. Conditioning you. Poor people, basically. Gonna hear it now. Everywhere Pastor Tobi is, Daddy Freeze is there. If Pastor Tobi is in left, Daddy Freeze is in right. They're everywhere. They even conducted a wedding last time they came here together. He conducted a wedding in his church. Yes, that video that the MP, the UK MP, was literally telling the UK people what Spark Nation actually stand for. I better stop. I'm going to show you the video, guys. Just give me a sec. So that you know we're not just hating, we are making it clear. So that stupid Yahoo boys who want to turn into a pastor because Nigerian pastors are winning, they can stay in Nigeria and do those. If you carry it, come here, we will expose you. We will expose you. I got that video. Definitely got the video. This video.
I am convinced that Spark Nation is a cult. They advertise events targeted mainly at young black people in poorer parts of London. They offer free food.
Young black people in the poorer part of London. No be Oyibo. Young black people in the poorer part of London. This is not me speaking. This is MP in the parliament. Exactly what the pastors in Nigerians are doing. The pastor target young, old, poor people and ask them to donate, to bring their clothes, to bring their money and collect it and gather them together and use it for their own need and promise them heaven they don't want to go to. And say, thou shalt not talk against man of God. You are not man of God. I don't know how many of you sat there, if you are still listening now and you think Apostle Suleiman is a man of God, then you are more delusional than Pastor Tobi. If you are sitting down there and think all of these non-charlatans they have anything to do with God, then you basically need re-education. Because even them, they know they are not men of God.
Sessions to attract young people to come along. The young leaders vet the young people who turn up, and they then target those who appear to be the most susceptible. They befriend these particular young people, and they invite them to further functions and events, including dinners. One of the organisation's leaders will start phoning them, sometimes several.
So when they gather these young people,
times a day, they're then given.
When they gather these young people, they will look at them and they will know the one well-to-do. So they will pick on the one that are well-to-do, right? They will probably have get their DOB and quickly run a search on their credit file. It's very, you don't understand. If I have your date of birth and I have your last address, I can run a file on your credit and I can know what you score. It's very easy. So they meet these guys, these people, these young people, and they pick the one they assume may have a bit of credit or future. And then they befriend them. This thing.
Lifts that individual to meeting. Then what?
They give them lift to meeting. How many of you remember when churches start buying buses in Lagos? They buy 100 buses. Oyedepo was one of them. Oyedepo has more than 300 buses. On Sunday service, they will be every corner of Lagos. In your head, you are thinking you are going to service for free bus ride. Don't worry, you will pay that money there. They make sure they pack people into the church. The church is full and they collect your offering. Next Sunday, they come and carry you again. You don't need. So you'll be thinking, we'll get a free transport to church today. But think about how many people they've gathered to that place. Was there no church in a first act? Why do you have to be joining a free bus to Ota? He said they would target them and then they will give them free transport to events. And then they will befriend them.
Appears to be brainwashing starts. They're told that if their life is unsuccessful, if their family is poor, that's because they're not giving enough money to God. Some young people are encouraged to break their links with their families and move into properties rented by the organisation's leaders. They call them trap houses, the term used for drug dens in the United States. A woman leader of this organisation running one of these trap houses where vulnerable young girls were placed has 27 convictions for serious fraud. No vulnerable child should be allowed anywhere near her.
Actually, this is the documentary. And Miriam is the lady. She came on ITV and admitted it. That she has 27 convictions of fraud, credit card. And she is the head of the houses that Pastor Tobi opened for young ladies to stay. And he said they make them to spoil relationship with their own family members. And say you are an adult now. You have to break away from poverty from your family. How long have they lived in the UK? What have they done for you? Come here. We will set you up. You are now in the commission. How many of you can testify that Pastor Tobi does not look like somebody that can manage a care home? They brainwash them and they are not doing it to Oyibo people. At least Hush Puppy, target Oyibo will get money, target company. This one is targeting our local community. And that is Daddy Free's best friend. Daddy Free should be a God. If you see a man that gossip too much like this, like Daddy Freeze is not a journalist. In short, I don't even call him a PR director. I don't. I called him lazy mind in our society. Yes, because he leaked us too much. This man told me he does not bring any conversation to his platform if they don't pay. Even if it's the truth, he will not share it. So if there's truth here and there's lie here, and you have the truth and the liar has the money, and the liar wants their own part of the story to be magnified on the media, Daddy Freeze will pick the liar because the liar paid. And Daddy Freeze have these women across that are looking for social media likes or social media validation that he will quickly invite in the evening, and all of them will turn the camera on and they will sit down like that and they will talk their story. And he will be waving hand like that. And they will bring this topic in. This is very, 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 I don't know. Let me just reserve my word. Because I told him that I will get him. I dealt with him. I hope you guys understand. I have spent 4 hours on Daddy Freeze. I know what I know to be the truth. I know it. I know something is fundamentally wrong. He knows it. But then he told me, Mr. Ben, at the moment the public does not want to listen to you. The uptake of the public is not for you. So I cannot allow what you are saying that I know to be the truth to be broadcast on my platform. I said, but you know this story does not make any sense. I will get back to you. So nobody should tell me, Mr. Ben, low down the temper. No, because the day your voice is taken away, that is the day you are gone. And that's why I always pray on my platform for people. I say, the day the enemy will come for you, if they have power over you, may they not be able to take your voice away. Let it be the last thing that you protected. Because even God that made your tongues protected it with teeth. So nobody have access to your mouth, to your tongue. And the first thing the enemy will try to do is to make sure they truncate your tongue. Because that is your source of life. The Bible was very clear. It said, the power of life and death lies in the tongue. So when false accusation will come against you, challenges of life will come for you, may you have your voice to speak the truth you know to be the truth. Because if they take that one away, you are gone. How many of you understand now? If they put you in a well, okay, and they beat you and they put you in a well, in a deep well, if you have your tongue and your voice, you can come out. You can cry out. But if they chop it off, you know fit. You can call for help. So what the enemy do, or what some social media people do, if they want to finish you, they first of all minus your voice. Nobody is minusing Tobi's voice. We want him to talk, but we want him to defend himself. That is why I'm happy he's actually coming in the public and defending himself and even saying more to contradict his record. So I pray for all of my audience today. The day the enemies will come for you, the day false accusation will come for your family, may you have your tongue to defend yourself. Somebody is asking, I am wondering what Pastor Tobi's wife does to earn £100,000. That is a story for another day. Because even if I go there, I don't like to put mouth in marriage of it, and I'm not Daddy Freeze. But I watch the birthday, the 44th birthday. Twice, Tobi pushed his wife out of the stage. Like push. The video is there. Then the next day, they have a meeting. Tobi, Daddy Freeze, Obi Kubana with his wife, Daddy Freeze with his wife, and Tobi alone. And a woman, when he say, he dey live under be that. Now only God know wetin that woman they go through inside that house. Make I leave Matthias for Matthias. But the truth will always come in the morning. Let the lies fly in the night. But in the day dawn, the truth shall be revealed. I am not against Pastor Tobi. I am particularly against what he represents, because what he represents have condemned our state of affairs in Nigeria, where common sense is no longer common, where people are no longer using their head, where story that even a stone that cannot talk will not believe it, where it's being told on the pulpit, make up stories, where abuse of power, abuse of religion is the order of the day. I don't think Tobi is a pastor. I don't want to categorize him as a pastor. He's not a pastor. Because to be a pastor, you have to have at least, even if you're going to be fake, a little bit content. This guy cannot even preach. I know Bible more than this guy. I can basically hold scripture more than him. This guy just blah blah his way. Go and watch his service. You will laugh. It's like a child. He can't preach. He can't preach shit. He can't even preach like Odumeje. Odumeje can read Bible. At least he can preach. This one cannot even preach. This one does not even open his Bible. He just come with his Gucci, with Louis Vuitton, and yappy his way, and they clap and everybody go home. And I don't want him. I actually don't want Pastor Tobi to be deported. And as I told you guys before, I don't want my enemy to go to Nigeria when they don't want to go to Nigeria. My enemy. Sorry, Malik. I cannot take invitation. I'm sorry, Malik. I'm just here yapping with my people. Now, all of you guys under the comment section that want to come live, you can join now and have your say. I'm going to invite a few people to join us because I have talked enough. So if you know you have anything to add, just come. You don't have to on your video. On my platform, it's not mandatory to on your video. You can just be anonymous and hide your face if you want to. If you're doing something and you just want to have your say, that you can have your say and say what you want to talk about. It's very, very important. Let me give chances to other people that want to have a contribution. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you, sir?
Mr. Ben.
Yes,
I'm fine, Mr. Ben. How are you doing?
I'm okay.
Jasper King.
Hey, Jasper. Jasper, speak to me.
How are you doing?
You've been watching.
These people don't know you. These people, they don't know you. That's one thing I always noticed. Most Nigerian people, they don't know you. That's one thing I've been wondering for.
No,
they don't know you. They don't know you. I've known you for quite a long time.
Yes. Jasper, you can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Go ahead. Yes, there are a lot of people that they think we just started. We started this thing like years ago now.
Yeah, quite long time ago, and you are a very deep critical thinker, and you are that kind of person who have that kind of what do you call inspiration that
Yes.
Nigeria as a country needs. Because I remember way back, even you were already having a full analysis, a critical analysis of everything, how it's going to play out. And just as the way you describe it, then TikTok was not, there wasn't anything like TikTok. It was Facebook.
We are using Facebook.
Just everything you described about.
It was Facebook and then YouTube, a little bit of
everything you described. Yes. Everything described about the administration, everything, how you described everything is going to happen.
Jasper, your network is bad a little bit. Your network is bad.
Face. Let me see. Let me see.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Go
Can you
ahead.
hear me now?
You're clear now. Yeah, very clear. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, better.
Okay.
It's better.
So that's the reason why. Okay, that's the reason why you were talking about Daddy Freeze. Daddy Freeze is a two-faced person. You know that Lagos insinuation. You know, in Lagos, everybody want the money. Nobody want to stand for truth and right. Nobody wants just. Nobody want it right. What everybody wants to live is show themselves flashy life. We are making it. We are living. Life is sweet for us. We are doing okay. No matter how dubious the money comes, nobody wants to know that other side of it. So while you were talking about him just now, I knew everything you were saying are all facts. That's the reason why if you're an upcoming artist that have not made money, Daddy Freeze can never put you on his platform because you don't have the money to pay, and you don't have the fame, and you don't have the what do you call the influence. So he wouldn't put you there, no matter how good you are. Just like the first time when I brought out my first three single, you showcased my song because why? You
And that
saw
time we're actually
their
having views.
yes,
Yes. At one point,
yes,
at that
yes.
time, I have 7 million views per week on. I deleted that page.
Yes, of course. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, of course. So you actually on your own showcased my product because you saw the full gift and the sincerity, the anthem of what do you call showmanship that I have. So you said, this is what is good for us to showcase. But in our country, Nigeria, nobody, I repeat, nobody want to showcase something that is good, something that we like that will be a remark for a next generation. What people want to know, most especially the present generation, they want to know how much are you making in it? Is it bringing money? So if it's good or not good, what they want to know is, does it bring money? And this is a problem. This is a big problem for us as a community, for us as a country, for us as a people. It's a big problem. And how we are going to come out of it, I don't know.
I think
Except with people like you.
the problem we have, because listen, a lot of people don't even know. They think when I put my head out on something, I was just new into the market of affair. I wouldn't. If you remember even that Andrew case, there's no way I would put my head if I wasn't prepared. I was prepared. I knew what I was going into. I knew it. But I'm a media guy and I have fact and I have the story. And the story was going against me, even though I know the fact. And the people that are supposed to speak for me, they didn't. But just imagine if I didn't have my voice. So what I will say is this: money and media, I know we always work together. But neither you are called to be activist or you are not called to be activist. Jasper, I am no fake activist. I have been like this. Like this.
It's been a long time I know you. If I'm not
Yes.
it's more than 7 years that I've known you.
It's like
I'm
almost
following
7 to 8 years.
your platform. Is following your
Never Luther. Then Ninja 24 News.
Thank you. So people like more people like you.
Thank you. Thank you. Let me bring somebody else. Just hold on there. Let me bring somebody else up so that
in every ramification. Okay.
Jasper, let me bring somebody else up. Promise, go ahead.
All right, greetings, Mr. Ben. I greet you.
Good evening, sir.
Okay, firstly, I appreciate your statement and everything. Firstly, number one, I'm a kind of person that if I scroll into lives, if the person is not saying things that tallies with my own understanding, or if the person is not making sense to me, I will either calm down to listen to you a little bit more longer, because nobody's an island of knowledge. Okay. So I can try to get, if I can get something from what you're saying,
The direction of
and
my
when I
thought.
stay
Yes.
there a bit, yes, and when I stay there a bit, and I sense, there's one thing I usually, when I sense it in any conversation or in anybody that is live, I just leave there very fast. When I sense this, when I sense bitterness, when I sense somebody not saying things without facts, I just know that the person is on a long thing. But when I came to your life, I calmed down, I followed up, I listened to what you're saying. I do tell people, if you want to argue, be constructive with it. I like constructive argument. I don't like argument where this person is talking, this one is talking, and we are not constructive with it. We are not pitching things with fact. So I so much love people when they're putting out things, they're putting it with facts. You understand? Now, when you were talking about this Pastor Toby, even the Bible, which he should be preaching about, said, "By their fruit they shall be known," right? So that means there is a fruit, there's a way, there's a things that define somebody. Now, if you little bit do anything with the medical field, you'll be familiar with stack analysis. Like in a fact, where if somebody comes to the hospital, you won't need to ask, you from looking at the person, you can tell what the situation is. Okay, you don't need to ask the person, are you this, are you having this, are you having this. There's a way you look at the person's eye, you look at this, you can tell that this person is having malaria. That is how some of our parents, they can just look at you and they said, my son, this your girlfriend is like she's pregnant though. You know, they didn't ask that person question and say, but there are things that they see, they've just seen it, they see the signs, and they can tell. And if you check it on many occasions, they are right.
Yeah, almost right. Yes.
Now, this this Pastor Toby, you're saying, just like the way you said, I've been following him for a very long time. Me, I tell people I'm more of a spiritual fact person than religious. Okay, I might say I'm a Christian, but something people don't understand is, you being a Christian or a Muslim does not make you stupid. It does not make you not to reason. All right. It does not make you not to be a critical thinker. It does not make you not to ask for facts. Okay. Now, I followed him for a while, just like you said. I don't think I've seen anywhere he's quoting scriptures. Sometimes I was even talking to somebody, I say, show me one place like he's quoting scripture like John 3:16, and is analyzing the scriptures. You know, if you go to his page and scroll down to 6 months ago and all the Sundays, you will hear him coming out from the building, going into the luxury cars and telling you, let's go to church. All right. Flashing the car, flashing the outfit, flashing the this thing, and telling you, let's go to church. All right. You see, one thing I tell some people is, you see, many things, we have a lot of young people that want to make money, but they want to skip the process. They want to skip the process because many of the people that are ahead of them, that should be showing them this is the way to go, are only showing them the results, and they are not showing them the process. And in most times, just like this, my brother that Jasper just said now, in most times, just like Lagos, everybody just wants to show that they are meeting it. Nobody want to tell you how they are doing it, whether they do it the good way or the bad way. They just want to pitch it that they are making it. And when you're not flowing with that class and caliber, they will not really bring you, they will not associate with you, they will not bring you close. So it's very difficult for you to see in this our current society, to see someone that is saying the truth and is giving you facts. Okay, I watched a video a few hours ago where a pastor was saying something, and it seems like trying to define other pastors. Okay, he was saying something. He said, don't judge any man of God. He was telling the people in his church, tell your children not to speak against any man of God, not to do this, not to do this. Leave them between him and their God. Okay, he's putting a picture, leave them between him and their God. So in that essence, he's trying to tell us that when we watch videos like Pastor Jeremiah or Motofofeyi, he have sold spoon in the church, he have sold calabash
We
in
should
the
not
church,
talk
he have
about him.
sold anointing water, even Jesus crown, for Christ's sake, he have sold even Jesus crown, he have sold it. Now we shouldn't talk about it, we should just keep silent. Okay, let's say for instance that somebody like Pastor Jeremiah, he really bets, he really got the spoon, maybe that's the spoon that Jesus used to eat. Now how did the spoon multiply like that? So much multiplications of spoon, and then you sold all those spoon, then you bring a sand, nothing he has not sold. So he's trying to tell us that we should just come on and look at that, and nobody is permitted to speak. We should just say, well, let's leave him between him and God. Okay, we should look at
That is
people
where that
where
is
they are doing things.
that is a true definition of how courts operate. Is a court. What is happening in Nigeria at the moment is a tragedy. You really have to understand it. We can never move forward as a nation in the 21st century civilization when we encourage stupidity like that. We cannot. Do you think the Christian Association of Nigeria, the body, they are not seeing what Jeremiah Omofofo is doing? They are seeing it. Mind your business, mind my business. Everybody will be judged by God. My brother, it's a tragedy. Go ahead. Go ahead, sir. Promise. Speak going.
Yeah, Mr. Ben.
Yeah. Hello. Good evening.
Yes,
Mr. Ben,
just
good.
like you said.
Okay, let me allow Promise to
I
know.
allow Promise to round us. Yeah.
Tragedy is a big tragedy. Why is many of these countries that is developing is because they are not living these things for God. They are taking responsibilities of it. All right. Now we're talking about people that brought the God to us, the God we are serving, they that introduced the religion to us. Okay, they are not living it to God. All right. But we, the people, the religion was introduced to. I was talking to somebody, I said, do you know almost all the religions we practice in Africa is introduced to us? They are not they are not ours. Okay, both the Christianity, both the Islam, both the Jewish, both the this, all this was introduced to us. Okay, now everybody have their own choice to understand what they serve. Now if you, Mr. Ben, you'd give me an instruction and tell me, Promise, every morning pray around 9 o'clock. When you pray around 9 o'clock, no need of going to work, just pray and then food will fall from your ceiling. You give me this instruction, for instance. Now later on I see that you that gave me this instruction, you are not praying 9 o'clock and stay in your house for food to fall from the ceiling. I now see that when you finish praying 9 o'clock, you still go outside to work to earn money. Now I need to think. I need to have a rethink and said, come on, if this guy showed me this thing like this and it's not working, I feel there is something else he has upgraded into which he has not reintroduced me into. You understand? Now, do we have this religion here? The people that introduce these religions to us, they are not living these things to God. If Jeremiah or Motofefenyi is in UX, I'm telling you sincerely, I'm not talking because I'm talking from online. I'm talking as a person that travels around. If he's in US, he will be in jail.
But he will
If
not
he's
try it in the US.
just let me not go.
No, promise.
He will not even try it. That's it.
He will not try. The possibility of trying it in US is zero.
Zero.
Know,
That is just it.
They know. He cannot try it in the US. They know. Hold on there,
We
promise.
can't try
Tunde, go
it.
ahead.
Make
Promise, hold on. Let Tunde go on. Tunde, go ahead, sir.
all right, all right, all right.
Tunde, are you there? Because I want to give everyone a chance as much as possible. Yeah, Tunde.
Hello, Ben.
Yeah, go ahead, sir. We're waiting for you, my brother.
Yeah, Ben. Yeah. Thank you for the good work. Yeah, I've been following you since
Baba, don't give me all your money. See how many gifts you don't give me today. Baba, don't. I beg you.
you are doing a good job now. I've been following you now since before Buhari came to power.
Yes.
That was
Oh,
on
you've been
Facebook.
following us in that time.
Yeah, Facebook. Yeah,
Yeah, thank you, brother.
you know. So and I
Let me
enjoy.
ask you a little bit of review because Jasper said it earlier for the benefit of those people that started following me on TikTok, because we're not on TikTok those days. We don't
Yeah,
have TikTok. So,
yeah.
but I now know that we can actually send our message better on TikTok as
On
well.
TikTok. Yeah, you're
And
right.
then that's why I switched to TikTok. My former account was almost 2 million likes on it, but I lost that account. Then this is the backup page that I use now. I want you watched us that time during the Buhari's time.
Yeah, I did.
Do you see what I am doing? Do you think I have been pretending? Was I always passionate about stuff that I know is critical? Do I always ask difficult questions that I know is not people don't want to hear? Because I want to help myself. That is a review I want for the sake of the new people that are joining us. Because the platform I'm trying to build here, and I'm so glad today that two people just show up now and they know me as long as 7 years ago. Jasper has been here 7 years ago, and you just turn up now. God, I don't know what is happening.
No, for me, if Buhari did his 8 years, and this is 2024, so I've known you for about 9 years now. So
You see, so go ahead and give a review about the way my platform is. Our platform is actually not profit driven. This is what we do, critical thinking. So go ahead and make your contribution, sir.
yeah, so for me, so you've been doing a great job about, it's not for me, it's not really about criticism. So it's good the way we speak up about what is going on in Nigeria. A lot is going, everything, the system is really, really down, and you've been an advocate of a better Nigeria and all of that. So, and like I said, on this particular topic, don't let me speak too much for the sake of other people that wants to speak. On this particular case, I'll just say, in as much as we want to criticize our politicians, the government, and all of that, and and the complaint about an average Nigeria is that everything has failed. Now, for the people that don't have opportunity to move to a better country, and we are now still doing the same thing. We are still corrupting that system. We cry about no lights. This one is not working. That one is not working. But you now get to a system that is working rather than doing the right thing, doing the legitimate thing. You are still getting involved with this corrupt practice. So it tells a lot about who we are as Nigerians, and we need to just start changing things. We just need to start changing things. It's sad. I'm in the UK right now, and even the establishment I work, there's a way they look at Nigerians, and you understand, like when it comes to all those fraudulent activities, Nigeria stands out. Maybe not stand out in rubbish things.
You
So
will bring your passport, your British passport out, and they will see born in Nigeria, and these people will still put question on your character.
yeah, you're right. Yep.
I have faced it a lot.
Yep.
And it's so sad. I said it day before yesterday on this platform. I said, if a Bangladesh man go to the bank right now and put a proposal down to do pounded yam and a goosey soup shop, and you as a Nigerian with the same British passport, the Bangladesh man with Bangladesh passport, you have a British passport, but you be Nigerian. You put the same proposal down, saying a pounded yam you won't do. Don't forget, Bangladesh man does not eat pounded yam.
Yeah.
Okay? Now you the chop pounded yam. But the Bangladesh man make a proposal, say he want to open a business for African community. You as a Nigerian, you say you want to open a business to African community. If you go into a bank, the chances that the loan will be approved for the Bangladesh man, even with
Very
the
high.
same credit rating,
Yeah.
the Bangladesh man scored 600, you are scoring 650. In short, your own is averagely over than his own in the credit file. The bank will consider the two actors and they will pick that bond in Nigeria out and they may approve the same loan for the Bangladesh man to go and do pounded yam for you.
You are very right.
Yes, and I'm telling you that is why you see that most corner shop in the UK are not us doing it. They are not. We are not the ones selling our own okra. We are not the ones selling our own yam. We are not the ones selling our own gari. We are not the ones selling our own ewedu. There's one black Bangladesh man that is selling around the corner. Somebody told me the other day, what about Peckham? Even in that Peckham, the main importer of that African product is not a Nigerian.
It's not Nigerian. You're right.
The main importer to the UK, when you go to where the Bridge, is not a Nigerian. It's a Bangladesh man.
In fact, people where they carry yam enter UK pass.
They know it is Nigerian.
They are not Nigerians. We
But
don't.
now we they consume the food. Why do you think they are not willing to give us such a chance? It's because we've been tagged.
Yeah, for me, to be honest, acceptance is very key in life. We need to know who we are because if you don't know who you are, you can't even change. There can't be a solution. You know, we need to know who we are. We need to know what we have been known for. So it is not left for us if we want to change. Because right here in the UK, you know, it is still happening. You see people getting involved in, rubbish stuffs, complain about the system, But you know what you are doing is not legitimate. You know.
Tunde, you know about the COS, right?
I do, yeah.
So I know about the COS 8 years ago. Indians were doing it. Pakistans were doing it. Who spoiled them in the last 2 years?
Nigeria.
Who spoiled COS in the last 2 years?
Nigeria.
One company when no get 3 employer bring 150 people into the UK.
Mr. Ben, like I always say, you see, for an average Naija, for a normal individual in Naija, we be Naija. You see, a better Naija is not about Naija being good or being great. It's about the pocket of an individual. There's a selfish nature in Nigeria. Like, let's be honest. Because right here, people have come, you see that, okay, this person is Naija, but at the same time, you still want to take advantage of that person. Like the COS you mentioned, people suffered by who? Suffered by fellow Nigerians. So for me, I think it has become a mentality. We have made abnormality a norm. You know, it's a mentality thing for me, and I don't really, you see, I don't really query. I query Nigerian government a lot because it starts from them. But at the same time, our government is a reflection of an average Nigerian also.
Society. But
yeah, it's society.
Today, can I just stop you there? Let me bring this to because I know you know a bit about politics.
Yeah.
Is it okay if I say the structure of Nigeria have something to do with the way we are formatted? We are formed in a way that individual achievement was the main objective. There was never a collective ideology to form a unity country. And that reflects in every individual Nigerians. Like what I'm saying is this. In Nigeria as a state is already default in a way. Like when you think about the almost 20 million Igbos, 20 million Yoruba, 20 million Hausa, and the majority TV, Egbira, Igala, all of these ethnic groups that combine. We have over 100 different dialect languages in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Then we are now joined together as a state, as one state, with zero connection to each other. Okay, so we are made to fight as an individual entity. for ourselves.
Mr. Ben,
Even
Mr.
from the
Ben,
authority. Go ahead.
Mr. Ben, sorry to cut you. The first thing is, before you start bringing people of different ethnicity or different, cultural practice, tradition, and all of that, there must be a consensus. People must agree to want to be together.
Yes, you are here.
So I don't really like discussing Nigeria unity because it's very sensitive. But the truth of the
It was
matter,
never agreed upon.
you understand? So if people want to be together, they have to agree. And even the constitution of the land is not a unifying constitution. You understand? So it's something that is an area that I don't really like going into
Because that area is, I think that area, in my own opinion, that area is the fundamental problem.
is the main problem. No
That
matter how much you change the constitution, that's where our problem arises from.
it is practically impossible to achieve a united Nigeria without.
You are still being positive. I feel it is even impossible.
Yes.
And that's one thing the politicians are taking advantage of because
And they know about it. They know.
They know.
Somebody
Because when they want to
okay.
achieve their own goal, they use either religion or tribalism. They know the people will fall for it.
Mr. Segun Shobawale, is it Mr. Segun Shobawale, this Ogun State guy that is a spokesperson to Atiku campaign during not Bala Atiku campaign? There was a guy called Shobawale. The guy said
Segun Shobawale, yeah.
Segun Shobawale.
Yeah.
I watched him on Arise TV listing how Tinubu give all the top position to the Yorubas. And I kind of disagree with him because this is the methodology that Buhari used as well during the Buhari regime. And that shows you that indication that for Jagaban, he needed a trusted allies. And if he has to pick that from his own tribes, so be it. That is exactly what Buhari did. And who say if P2B become president tomorrow, P2B will not do the same thing. We are pretending to ourselves that we have a country. And I've been saying it. Anybody that live in abroad and God gave you children here, raise your kid very well, plan your retirement where you can spend in Hawaii than to spend in Togo State or in Anambra State. Except because even the people that are very rich going back to Anambra State, they have to carry mopo to guide themselves like they are in a zoo. So let us keep on pretending to ourselves that we have a country until there's nothing called anymore. That's my own.
So Ben, let me just quickly make my point on the main topic.
Yes.
So, let me go back to Nigeria and religion and all of that. You see, for a country that is that impoverished like Nigeria, religion, practice, stupid beliefs will thrive because people are looking for a quick way to, to success. I did my year NYSC in Adamawa State. Believe me, I've never seen that level of poverty before in my life. Like people are seriously poor, like poor. I experienced what they call the Alemanjiris. I actually experienced it in life. In
Adamawa?
In Adamawa State. I was in Yola, then I was moved to Song local government. So, for me, for a country that is that impoverished, because we lie to ourselves with statistics, we rubbish statistics about the economic statistics that, hey, we are doing well this, we are doing well that. But if you are not doing anything to check the standard of living of the people, it's the people that really matters. It's not what you are doing statistically in the world economy. You understand? It's how well your people are living that really matters. And if that's not checked, if they are not doing well, then Baba, believe me, religion will sell. Religion will sell.
And it's selling very well in Africa.
Yeah, Pastor Tobi, I don't have anything against him. He's not doing his whatever in Nigeria, so it's none of my business. That's why I've been commenting on your stuff that let the UK government do their work. This is a system that works. If he feels that he can be making mouths, can be saying all of the things he's saying, well, let the people let the right authority do their,
And I know they will do their work. Absolutely. I know they will do their work. If there's anything
now, for the ones in Nigeria, you see, Baba, they continue to thrive because poverty is really, really loud in Nigeria.
And the people are hopeless.
The people are hopeless. So, What are you
when
going
they
to
have
buy?
cancer,
You guys
they
are
don't
talking
have
about
anything to
religion.
do.
You are talking about religion. You are not talking about this betting stuff, all this gaming app, all of this stuff. Because Nigerian mentality now has been switched and has been embedded in quick money, quick return. And if you even look at an average businessman in Nigeria, I've been in this UK and I can categorically say that Nigerians are not business oriented because I can count enough businesses in this UK, and I'm like, but they say Nigerians are good businessmen. Majority of the, you know, outlets in this UK, they are not owned by Nigerians. Fine, there are some big ones that are owned by Nigerians that have been living here, or maybe the ones that were born here. But the ones that migrated here, but they are not looking at investing anything here. In fact, some of them are working here, investing back in Nigeria.
Which is also a tragedy.
It's a tragedy. You look at these Arab guys, look at the Asian guys. They are the ones that hold most of these stuff. Like you said, most of the things that we eat, they are the ones that bring them into the country. We
Your
buy from them, we consume.
your Mortina,
Mortina,
origin bitter.
plantain, yam. You understand? So it's very, very
Iru.
sad.
These people are selling Iru in their shop. Iru.
Yes, yes. It is very sad. So for me, I don't want to. An average Nigerian needs to just wake up and we should be able to analyze the wants of the politicians and the wants of the people. For a very good example, I'm not going to speak much on this one. When the politicians are playing their politics and it favors the people don't know when to key into what will favor them. Like when they were talking about the electoral reform, and average Nigeria does not even know what is called electoral reform. Now I'm not supporting Bola Tinubu in any form. I'm not supporting anyone, but when there's a good reform, we should speak about it.
Absolutely.
Now we are talking about this tax reform. I've gone through it, but I've not
I've
gone through
actually gone through it. It's quite a good step in the complete right direction. But I don't know if it's going to be a project that can be completed or for the benefit of the people. But when you look at the paperwork, so far it looks like something that could be workable. The tax reform is very important. For example, we heard about yesterday that Davido is collecting 10 billion in India. If there's a tax reform, somebody will be chasing him tomorrow.
it is well.
Thank you so much, Ogatunde. So as we round up, guys, if we have time, let's connect again tomorrow or next. As I said,
Yeah, so I just want to let me just commend you. Just keep doing what you're doing. I know all the challenges you faced during I can't even remember those ladies that were killed by, your friend. Something about Nigerians is that we shy away from the fact we are judgmental people in nature. And I love the way you stood your ground. In as much as no one is perfect, yes, you made your own mistakes and all of that, but you stood on the fact. You remained who you are, and you stood your ground. And at the end of the day, so I really commend what you're doing. Like I said, a lot of people don't know you. I've been following you before, Buhari.
thank you so
You
much.
know,
Thank
you
you
did a
so much.
lot. You did a lot on Facebook. So
Thank
just
you.
keep on the good work. God bless. God bless us. God bless Nigeria.
Thank you,
We'll
today.
get it. We'll get
Oga
it right
promise.
one day.
Thank you. Oga promise. Any word of finishing for us? Promise, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Any word of rounding
Appreciate you
up for
guys.
us
Tunde, appreciate
as
you.
we close our fellowship?
Okay, like Tunde have said a lot. Yeah, Tunde have said a lot. So I appreciate you for what you're doing, and I'm following up. I'm following your channel, and I'm following you. On whenever you come live, I will be notified as well, so I can join if I'm free. Thank you
Much
so much. I
appreciated.
appreciate
Thank
your
you so
effort.
much. Thank you. Softy, thank you for joining. All of you that joined us today, thank you so much. Stephanie, thank you so much. You stay long, and all of you that stay long, thank you. Make sure you click likes on the page or follow the page so you can get notification. We are a small community, but we are doing very well. What I say on this platform is my personal opinion. Nobody paid me to downgrade anyone, to rubbish anyone. I say it to the best of my knowledge, and I stand by what I say. If the contrary come to be the fact tomorrow, I will also come here and correct it. As Ogatunde say, nobody is perfect. So we are all work in progress. For those, Jasper, thank you so much for your contribution. Thank you, and I still wishing you all the best. Make sure you keep on sending me your sound because I need sound. If there's any music you want us to um, promote for you, we will post a video and put it under it for you free of charge. What else? Thank you so much for all of you that gifted me the Prince. Hey, Prince TV, thank you so much. You stay long as well. And everyone that gifted, I will definitely enjoy that money when it finally materializes on my TikTok account. I really thank you. Ogatunde, thank you so much. Good night. I'm trying to log out, yeah.